Basketball is like poetry in motion. Just coming down the court, you got a defender in your way, you take him to the left, you take him back to the right, and he's falling back, and you just Jay right in his face. And then you look at him, and then you say, what?
Tonight, our feature is about a biblical player as we follow a day in the life of Abraham Lincoln Sr., Jesus Shuttlesworth, the #1 basketball prospect in the country, Jesus of Coney Island.
Jesus is the best thing that happened to the game since the tennis shoe was invented.
Jim Phelan from Mount St. Mary's used to say, he gives me a tingle. And I think that's what Jesus does. He makes you excited to watch.
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
He's the next phenom. He's awesome, baby, with a capital A. The guy's unbelievable. He's a PTV, a primetime player. He's the 3S man. Super scintillating, sensational. He's a high riser.
His game has got everything you need. He can defend, he can run, he can finish. He likes to play in the crowd. He makes people better. He's the real thing.
He's able to do some of the things that most coaches talk about, and that is being able to be a triple threat. And that's something that we as coaches have used for many, many years.
Pure shooter, fearsome defender, great player.
He was coming down off a fast break, and the defender went for the ball. He brought it behind his back. He switched it back over to his right hand, went through his legs. The defender came up and kind of stutter stepped a little bit, pulled back, and rained the three. And I was like, this kid might be ready for the big leagues.
He plays to win, and a lot of people play to play. This guy plays to win.
Well, I watched Kenny Anderson and Stephon Marbury, and I never thought I would see anybody better than those guys. But along came Jesus.
What most impresses me about Jesus Shuttlesworth is the foresight of his parents to name him appropriately as the world's greatest.
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus. Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
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 Hallelujah, Jesus. Hallelujah.
He got game.
You know what they call him? Jesus. That's what they call him, Jesus. Because he was the truth.
If you guys are looking for a stacked NBA 2K or Fortnite account, make sure you go to sportstnb.com. That's right, no more Twitter. He has an official business website, sportstnb.com. There you'll be able to view all the accounts, see the prices, and get what you need. The link is in the description. Go click it and see what he has to offer. If you have ever seen the movie He Got Game, drop a like on the video right now, man. This video is dedicated to one of the best basketball movies of all time, man. As you can see by this photo here, for those of you that haven't seen the movie, you see it's Denzel Washington and Ray Allen. Basically, Ray Allen is playing a character called Jesus Shuttlesworth, and Denzel's playing his father, Jake Shuttlesworth. Now, the movie, I'm not going to give away the whole plot, but if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you go watch it, man. It's one of the best movies ever, and definitely one of the best basketball movies ever. But basically, Jesus is a up-and-coming like high school prospect, like one of the best players in the country. Now, his father's locked up, so obviously Jesus has to be the man of the house, which kind of creates animosity in their relationship. And then on top of it, now, you know, people realizing that he's going to be a big-time player. You got family members coming out of the woodwork. You got, his girlfriend. All of a sudden, everybody wants a handout. Everybody wants, money or help or whatever the case may be. And it basically just goes through that whole process that a lot of NBA players actually have to go through. And it's just, the plot is good. Most basketball movies, like the actual clips of them playing basketball are like really garbage. Well, not in this movie. Obviously, you got Ray Allen, who one of the best NBA players of all time. Even Denzel, believe it or not, he could play a little bit. So it's like at least the basketball clips actually look like real basketball. Spike Lee helped produce the movie, or actually no, I think he was the producer of the movie. So like the plot is really good. Overall, it's just one of the best basketball movies ever, man. I highly suggest you check it out. So we recreated the characters. I'm Jesus Shuttlesworth. My boy Frank is playing as Jake Shuttlesworth, his dad, and we're just going crazy on the twos. But one thing I find funny is the way people remember Ray Allen as a player. Obviously, he played Jesus Shuttlesworth in the movie, but as an actual basketball player, well, especially the younger generation, you guys remember Ray Allen as a spot-up shooter on the Miami Heat, or even basically a spot-up shooter on the Boston Celtics, running off screens and just catching shooting threes like crazy. Now, he was one of the best shooters ever, but for those of you that remember Milwaukee Bucks Ray Allen, he was much, much more than just a shooter. He was creating off the dribble. He was dunking on people. Obviously, like as he got older, he wasn't doing it as much, but in his younger days, bro, he was dunking all over people. So I decided to get a 94 overall slashing sharpshooter. So primary sharp, obviously Ray Allen, you got to go with the primary sharp, but we went secondary slasher, and you already seen a couple posters in this video. We were catching bodies left and right. Now obviously Ray is one of the best shooters ever, but I'm telling you, if you go back and watch young Ray Allen clips, which obviously in this movie when he was playing Jesus Shuttlesworth, it was him when he was young. That's why he's got the, he's got hair, he's not bald Ray Allen yet and whatnot, but he was creating off the dribble, dunking on people, getting to the basket all day, and obviously he still could shoot with the best of them. So Ray Allen, don't sleep on Ray Allen, man. Another thing I want to say is we tried our best with the outfits. Now you got to realize this movie's a little older, and the style back then was different. Like, baggy clothes were in. If you watch the movie, you're gonna see Ray Allen is wearing like a 4XL like cutoff tank top, whatever you want to call it. You see here, like, it's kind of tight because nowadays the style is tight, but even like the one Denzel was wearing in the movie, it was baggy, but we couldn't really find those things. Also, some of the shoes they wore in the movie, like their older shoes, we couldn't even find them, but we did the best we could. I think it looks pretty damn accurate. You see Jesus's dad, obviously played by Denzel. He's got the knee pads on, he's got the finger tape, he's got the rubber bands on his wrists, everything that Denzel was wearing in the movie. Now we tried our best to recreate the animations as well. If you watch the movie, Denzel kind of has like a little bit of it seems like he has Larry Bird in his release a little bit, because he shoots kind of like not right at his forehead, a little bit from the back of his head. So Frank tried to create the jump shot as well as he could, and then obviously it was easy for me. I just had to put Ray Allen jump shot on, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Ray Allen's jump shot is weird in this game, so instead I used LaMarcus Aldridge base, and then I just put Ray Allen releases on, so it still looks like Ray's jump shot, I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit more elevation, and it's a lot smoother and a lot easier to shoot. Ray Allen's jump shot, it's weird. It starts slow in the game, and then it just snaps up to the top of the bar. It's really hard to time, and yeah, so I decided to go with LA base and then put Ray Allen releases on, and honestly I think it might look a little bit better, especially for young Ray Allen's jump shot when he was getting a lot of elevation on his shot instead of obviously as he got older, he wasn't jumping as high in general, but even on his jump shot, he wasn't jumping as high. So we went with that. But listen, this build that I'm playing on, the 94 slashing sharpshooter, look at the dunks this build pulls off. I'm not going to lie, it was a lot of fun, especially when you get double takeover. You get slasher takeover and sharpshooter takeover. So it's a little OP. Like, they have to play up on you. But obviously you guys know in slasher takeover you get blow by animation, so they have to pick their poison. If they play back, you could shoot over them, and then if they like that, he tries to push up on me, and I could just run right past them on a blow by animation. So definitely an effective build, but definitely also a fun build to play on, man. I think it fits young Ray Allen really well, and obviously, like I said, Jesus Shuttlesworth was played by a young Ray Allen, so it was a good build to go with. And then for Denzel, I mean, I don't really know what to use for him. We just went with a sharpshooting rim protector, so it is what it is. The only time you really got to see him play was when they play one-on-one at the end of the movie. It's like an iconic game, kind of. There was a lot on the line. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you want to go end up watching the movie, but I think a sharpshooting rim protector isn't a bad idea for him. It's kind of hard to say, obviously, because even in the movie, it was his dad who's like in his 40s or 50s, so it's like he's way past his prime. You don't really know how he plays, but we tried our best to make it as like close and realistic as possible. Basically, it was Jesus doing his thing all day. You see like ISO game, pick and roll, pick and pop kind of stuff. But for the most part, it was just me playing on, Jesus Shuttlesworth and just going crazy. So, listen, I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It was just kind of a creative idea I came up with. The best part of the video was definitely the intro for me. That took a little while to produce. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, man, drop a like for me. Subscribe if you guys are new. We're up 11-0. We're going to wrap up this last twos game here. But let me know what you guys think about He Got Game. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, if you're going to go check it out, or whatever the case may be. We let him jump, get a two-hand dunk. Once we get this takeover, it's a wrap. We literally just, look at how deep we're pulling from half court, man. We're pulling from half court, knocking that down. Kick over to the corner. Pops is open and knock that down, 19-12. Also, I almost forgot to mention. If you saw my last video, if you didn't, you definitely should go check it out. It was me and Duke Dennis playing in real life over at LA Fitness down in South Carolina, and we were dunking on people. We were going crazy. But besides the point, a lot of you guys were like, oh, we want more IRL videos. We want more IRL. I'm willing to do that. That's no problem for me. I actually enjoy making those. It's something different from 2K videos. But if you want more IRL clips, definitely go follow my Instagram. The link is always in the description, bro. Go follow me on Instagram, please, and thank you. You will not regret it. I try to post IRL clips over there all the time, new dunks that I'm coming up with, and just stuff about my personal life and whatnot. But Hopefully you guys go follow me over on Instagram. Hopefully you drop a like, and hopefully you subscribe if you are not subscribed already, man. I appreciate you guys. This video is Jesus Shuttlesworth and Jake Shuttlesworth taking over the park in NBA 2K19. Go check out He Got Game. It's a great movie. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out. Peace.